Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. A news roundup here coming up for you today, and we are going to be discussing what I feel is some important topics on the transfer front and also with regard to the start of our pre-season preparations, because in today's video we are going to be discussing Atletico Madrid's complaint over our signing of Antoine Griezmann and exactly what that could mean for us, and also going forward the transfer fee of Antoine Griezmann. And we're also going to be discussing details of his presentation and what's going to be going down tomorrow with regard to Griezmann at the Camp Nou. Also in today's video, we're going to cover Neymar, the latest there on what's going on with Neymar. Now we've signed Griezmann, is it the end there of our pursuit of the Brazilian? And finally, we are going to be talking about all of the players who are going to be tomorrow in pre-season training. The season is very nearly upon us. It starts right here. Let's get down to business. But let's start first and foremost with that Griezmann news, and in particular, following our final confirmation of his signing yesterday, a deal was done, we've got our man, and effectively, we'd waited there nearly an entire year to actually sign Antoine Griezmann, and finally yesterday we got the deal done. It is completed. But still, there still had to be some sort of complication with this deal. We couldn't just rest, we couldn't just be happy, because Atletico Madrid, the party poopers, they came along with a big statement almost immediately after we'd announced it. They came out, no you don't. They came out there with a statement basically saying and challenging the release clause that we'd paid here to sign Antoine Griezmann, because Atletico Madrid still remain, they're still saying the amount that we've paid is not correct. They believe that we should have paid Griezmann's old release clause, which stands at 200 million euros. And basically, in that statement there, Atletico Madrid's argument is that Barcelona closed an agreement, they say, with Griezmann before his release clause dropped in July this year to 120 million euros. That's what we paid. We paid the release clause there, as of right now, 120 million euros. But that only dropped there this July. And Atletico is saying the agreement between Barcelona and between Griezmann, the two parties there, was made before that release clause dropped, and they therefore feel they're entitled to the full 200 million euros. What I want to see on this, though, is right now, this is idle threats. Right now, Atletico Madrid haven't put anything really in writing. They've got no documents, they've got no evidence. They haven't really put that out there. They haven't come out really with the full picture, because in order to complete any serious complaint to FIFA, to the big corporations in the game, Atletico Madrid would need their concrete proof of any agreement made between Barcelona and between Griezmann dated there before July. That's what they need. They need a document that basically said that an agreement had been made. It would need both signatures on it, Griezmann's and also Barcelona's, to say that agreement had been made before July. If that is the case, if they do have that kind of proof, if they do have that kind of evidence, we could be in some trouble. But at the same time, we don't know if they do. We don't know there if they've been able to get their hands on that kind of documents, if those documents were even made up at the time. Maybe, just maybe, it was a verbal agreement. And with a verbal agreement, there's not really a lot they can prove on that, because that would have taken place only between Barcelona and Griezmann in private. So we're going to have to wait and see what Atletico Madrid have got up their sleeve. Once again with Barcelona, we haven't exactly done this brilliantly. It's not exactly fully tied up yet. But let's hope, for our case, certainly for the financial side of things, that we've done things properly, or at least that we've been careful when we've been doing. That's what we're going to have to wait and see. Atletico Madrid, certainly we haven't heard the end of this. And of course, I'll be letting you know any updates at all as they happen. But look, Griezmann is still going to be a Barcelona player, whatever happens. And let's focus here on the positives. We have got our man, and tomorrow we are going to see him finally in Barcelona colours, because Griezmann is going to be arriving in Barcelona today. He's flying over there with his agent, and we're going to be seeing some official Barcelona photos of him in the Barcelona gear at the Camp Nou megastore later on today. And that's going to be really exciting. And that's going to be the moment there where the signing starts to sink in. Because right now, of course, we're excited. We've got our man Griezmann over the line. But to see him there in the Barcelona colours, to see him representing our club, that is going to be a great moment indeed. Griezmann will then sign his official Barcelona contract tomorrow. That's going to happen on Sunday in the evening. Before then, he'll be presented at the Camp Nou, and his official press conference there as a Barcelona player will come later there on that Sunday. However, according to reports in the Spanish media, Griezmann's presentation at the Camp Nou will not be open to the public to attend there. Fans will not be able to come into the Camp Nou and actually watch Griezmann being presented, simply due to ongoing renovations right now that are being carried out inside the stadium ahead of the new season. You can clearly see there, renovations are going on. Certainly, there is work being done inside the Camp Nou there, and for that reason, Griezmann there will be presented behind closed doors. But tomorrow, either way, regardless of anything before it, Antoine Griezmann is going to be a Barcelona player, and we are finally going to see him in a Barcelona shirt. And so that there does bring me on very swiftly to Neymar Jr., because with Antoine Griezmann's signing, that's in the bag, that's done, that's completed, you could certainly be forgiven for thinking, oh well, that's the end there of Neymar. Neymar's not going to be coming back. Surely we're not going to be signing both of them this summer. Well, I just wanted to confirm here some details on that theory, because I wouldn't quite shut the door on Neymar that quickly right now. Because firstly, before we come on to some more concrete reports in just a moment, I just want to add something of my own really, because I thought it was very, very interesting and intriguing really that Barcelona used their caption in the Griezmann video that came out last night when they showed him there, they finally got their man, they posted a video, and the caption was, "Life is all about second chances." And of course, with Griezmann, he had a second chance here this summer to sign for Barcelona, and that caption there very much applies to him. But at the same time, I couldn't help feeling there like there was a bit more to that. There's a bit more of a hidden meaning behind that caption there from Barcelona about second chances in life. But anyway, on with the reports here, because according to Marcelo Becchler, of course, the very reliable Brazilian journalist, he says there, this is not the end of Neymar Jr. This is not the end of Barcelona's pursuit of Neymar this summer, because Becchler here says the signing of Griezmann doesn't change a single thing about Barca's plans. Barcelona this summer have been very, very intent from the word go. It's Neymar and it's Griezmann. It's not one or the other. They are targeting this summer, somehow they're targeting both. They want to bring both of those players in, and with Griezmann signed, Marcelo Becchler says our focus now will be on Griezmann. That is what we're going to prioritise. That is the route that we're going to go down. But of course, with no release clause, more money involved, and PSG standing firmly in his way right now, this deal is going to be more complicated. It's certainly going to be very, very difficult to complete. And obviously, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. But just to put a few more irons in the fire, I just want to talk here about an interview with UOL, who are another reliable Brazilian source. And basically, Neymar has already sat down with UOL for a big, big interview with the Brazilian media. And in that interview, which is going to be aired on Monday, we could hear some things there about his future. Maybe or maybe not, we don't know. Obviously, he could say, I'm not saying anything right now, my future is unclear, but maybe, just maybe on the interview, we could get a few more snippets of what we could expect this summer from Neymar, and potentially what his plans are in that interview there, which I will be bringing you when it airs on Monday. That's coming very soon. But also there by that time next week, Neymar could have returned to Paris Saint-Germain's pre-season training. Reports do say right now that Neymar is going to return there to Paris to resolve his future. He's going to go back, he's going to meet with PSG. Apparently, a meeting with their sporting director and fellow Brazilian Leonardo is already scheduled for as soon as he arrives there back in Paris. He's going to sit down there with the sporting director and thrash out his future. What is going to happen? What is the resolution there for all parties? And certainly with Neymar and the connections there with Barcelona, we are going to hear more on this story. I'm absolutely sure of it at the very beginning of next week, so stay tuned. But of course, I do finally want to talk about our pre-season preparations. I have done an entire video based on our pre-season. If you haven't seen that and you want to know what we're going to be doing this pre-season, please do check that out. It's on the channel. But right now, pre-season is just around the corner, and the majority of the first team squad are going to be arriving back tomorrow to begin their preparations for the brand new campaign. They're going to arrive tomorrow at the training centre for routine medical checks and also there for physical examinations. The first day, though, coming on the Sunday, won't be necessary in the case of the new signings. They don't have to come in tomorrow simply because the likes of Frankie de Jong and Neto, they've already gone through their medical examinations this summer. They've already been checked. They've already had all of those tests done. They'll instead arrive on the Monday as the squad then will begin work back on the field, back out there on the pitch, working hard and getting ready. But absent from the first part of pre-season will be the players who took part in Copa America 2019. All of those players there who featured for their countries at Copa America this summer, they're going to be given some extra time really to recover, have their holidays, and they'll join up with the squad at a later date. But also, as always with pre-season, there will be some Barcelona B players who are going to be making their journey and also going to be linking up with Barcelona in these preparations. INAKI, PENA, ORIOL, BUSQUETS, COLLADO, RIQUI, and also Carlos PEREZ there have been called in to take part there in the first stage of our pre-season preparations, and have to add also the likes of Miranda and also Abel Ruiz. The only reason they're not there, the only reason they're not called up is basically right now because their participation at the UEFA Under-19 Championship with their country, they're away there on international duty, and also Musa Wage, who's still participating in the African Cup of Nations, and he is also going to be given some extra time following that tournament to recover from those matches. And that right there, that is what we've got right now on Barcelona. Griezmann signed, sealed, delivered. He's going to be presented tomorrow. The complaint with Atletico is still ongoing. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Neymar is very much still on our agenda. We still want to sign Griezmann and Neymar. We do want both. Will that happen? We're going to have to wait and see. And pre-season, it's starting tomorrow. Obviously, the official games are still a few weeks away, but preparations, the new start, the new beginning, it is coming very, very quickly. And certainly, guys, we should be excited for that. We've got some new faces, we've got some new talent, and certainly it could be exciting this season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for all of your support in the last few days with Griezmann, the announcement, the video I did yesterday about the way he's going to fit into the Barcelona team. I really do appreciate your comments and all of your support. Thank you so much. And for that reason, of course, there's more videos coming your way very, very soon. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.